Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using the Urban Decay Vice palette, and I'm going to be using this colour here, which is called Chaos, because a lot of people have requested me using it, and it's a lovely bright blue colour, so I thought maybe I could try something with it. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this one is in Original. Put it all over the eyelid like this, right up until the brow bone. Get the NYX or NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm just going to pop this all over the eye. This just really helps bring out the colour of the eyeshadow, especially if you have less pigmented eyeshadows. But Urban Decay, to be honest, doesn't really need this step. I'm just adding it so that it can be even more brighter. And you just want to blend it in now. I'm going to use the shadow brush that comes in the palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and use Chaos directly, which is this one here. I'm just literally tapping it right onto the eyelid now. I'm just applying it to most of the eye, and I'm just going to leave the end bit empty. Another Urban Decay colour, Goddess, and it's a lovely sort of midnight blue colour. It's got shimmer in it as well. So I'm just going to use a crease brush. This one's by Sigma. I'm just going to apply it to the crease now. Take it in slightly, just on the inner eye. Okay, so now I've done the Goddess eyeshadow on both eyes, and you don't need to worry about it not being exactly the same at this point, or it being neat. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the Naked palette, and I'm going to use Naked, which is the matte colour here, I think. And I'm just going to use the crease brush with it. And I'm going to go above where I've just put Goddess. And I'm going to go on the inner corner as well, just here, so it cleans up any excess blue shadow that is there. And just blend back and forth again. Laced, which is this matte colour here in the Vice palette. Again, using the crease brush, and I'm just going to add it to the inner corner here. It's just a lighter shade, and for those of you who are a bit more darker skin toned, you won't really need to use this step, but you can if you want to add a bit of a highlight. But for me, Naked's a bit dark, as you can see here, and I want a lighter colour on the inside. Okay, so now I've put Naked in the crease on both eyes and laced on the inner corner. I'm now going to go in with, I think I'm going to go for Provocateur, which is this colour here. It's like a champagne-y pinky colour. I'm just going to use a standard brush. This isn't any particular brand. I'm just going to use that, the inner corner as well, just for a bit of shimmer. I'm going to take the brush and just do the same on the brow bone. It is quite a very sort of grainy colour. This is the first time I'm using this palette, so I'm just discovering this myself. But you just want to blend it until it's soft again. I'm then just going to take a cotton wool bud and clean up at the ends. And I always like to clean up at this stage so that when I'm applying my eyeliner, it's a lot more easier to follow. You can also use just a wet wipe. And you just want to clean up, kind of going from the outer corner of your eye to where your eyebrow should meet. And then you can clean up with your makeup wipe. And clean up underneath the eye as well, because you always have a bit of fallout. Especially when you have glittery colours and dark colours as well. Take the NYC liquid liner. And I have to say it's quite easy to use, but if you're not comfortable using a liquid liner, then you could always use a gel liner, which is a lot more easier. And then you can follow the line that you've made where you've cleaned up your eyeshadow. As I said earlier, it's a lot more easier to do eyeliner when you have a sharp line to follow. And you make it as thick or as thin as you like. Okay, so now I've done both eyes eyeliner, and at this point you can choose any colour you like to go underneath, but I'm just going to really match the whole blue theme going on right now, and I'm going to use one of my favourite colours I've just got in the new Urban Decay set. It's called LSD. I'm just going to use that underneath here. On my bottom lash line. I'm just going to join it up to the flick that I did of the eyeliner at the top. So after you've done your LSD colour underneath, or whichever colour eyeliner you want to go for, I'm just going to use the Perversion eye pencil, also by Urban Decay, or you can use any kind of black eyeliner that kind of is waterproof as well. And I'm just going in on the waterline now. Okay, so now that I've done the eyeliner, I'm just going to do my brows. I use the e.l.f. cream liner in black, but you can use brown. I like more darker brows because I have darker features, but obviously you can use brown. And I'm just using an angled brush, but I'm just going to wipe off the excess on my hand so it's not super dark. And then I'm just going to go in and start with the middle of my brow. You just want to follow your natural brow. Let's start from underneath. I'm going to extend it a bit as well because my eyeshadow is extended quite a bit. Just fill in the rest of the brow with whatever's remained on the brush. I filled in my brows and I've curled my lashes, so I'm just going to apply mascara. I usually like my waterproof mascara, so I prefer the Cannonball mascara, which is like super waterproof, but I've run out of that one, so I'm now using the MAC Splashproof mascara, and I'm just going to apply a bit of that. And you really just want to work it in a lot, so add Sandler Jumbo Jet mascara as well, just because it really gives a lot of volume to the lashes. I'm going to add some concealer. Obviously under my eyes I have the worst dark circles ever, and my favourite concealer has to be Khuraira, and this one is the Age Control Concealer in Light. Now you can use your fingers or you can use a brush. I'm going to use both, and I'm just going to use my ring finger here. You just want to apply it just underneath your eye where the dark circles are, and it really helps hide that. I just love this concealer. It also does give that sort of Kim Kardashian white under eye effect, and obviously once you blend it with your foundation or another concealer, it just kind of masks dark circles a lot better. I like to use the pointed foundation brush by Real Techniques to add both concealer and, depending if I'm using cream foundation, then a cream foundation as well. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of that and go in just a bit further up, closer to the lash line. If you just follow the line that you've made with your, when you've cleaned up, it really helps highlight that area and make your eyeshadow stand out a lot more. Just blend down. So after that I'm just going to use the Urban Decay cream to powder foundation. It's just because it's a lot easier to use than going ahead and using liquid foundation. So this one is in Supernova, and it does come with the brush underneath, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that and just pop it all over my face. So I've now put the foundation all over my face, and I'm just going to add the Razorsharp powder by Urban Decay. Again, this is just a powder to help look less shiny. I love using it on photo shoots and especially on clients because they're going to be taking pictures with flash, and flash can make you look really oily. So I'm just going to add it to the areas where I need it. Bronzer, and again my favourite bronzer is the Baked Bronzer in Toasted by Urban Decay. I'm just going to use an angled brush by Urban Decay again. As you can see, I'm a huge Urban Decay fan, and that's for good reason because they have great products. So I'm just going to sort of do a fish face and suck my cheeks in. My Kiko face palette, and this is the Warm Tangerine Glow. I think it was limited edition, so you might not be able to buy it, but just going to add the peachy sort of colour here to the apples of my cheeks. So I like to use coral colours with blues and greens, so that's what's going to go on my lips. I'm also going to add just a bit of shimmer actually to the top of my cheeks. Now, for my lips, I'm going to use a pink lip pencil. This one I bought in Dubai when I went earlier on this year, and it's by Sabaya, I think it's called, and it's Line and Define pencil in number 8, but it's basically just a pink colour. You can see it's just a pink colour. I'm going to add this corally colour, which was also limited edition I think, in the Shop Mac, Cook Mac and Real Sexy collection. And this one is Watch Me Simmer by MAC, and it's not actually that orange, it's coming up really orange on the screen, but it's more of a coral colour. You can just leave it at this, but for me I like a little bit of sparkle, and I have the perfect glitter that would go with it, which is the Urban Decay Spandex glitter. And I'm just going to add that somewhere. I'm just going to figure out where. I think going on from the liner at the bottom would be really great, so just underneath the liner. So this is the final makeup look. It's quite dramatic obviously because you've got that bright blue colour in there, and it's smoky as well. You can tone it down by not using a shimmery highlighting colour on the brow bone. You can also skip the glitter altogether obviously, and on the lips I'd recommend using a nudie pink or brown colour so that the focus is on the eyes. If you found this or any part of the video hard to understand, please do comment below and let me know. This is my first video, so I'm not too sure how it's come out, but I hope that it's understandable enough. And yeah, so if you have any requests, let me know. I'd love to do more videos if this is something that you like. Otherwise you can follow my blog and obviously keep up to date with what I'm doing on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. And all of my pages are the same, so it's just Fruity Beauty, that's spelled with 2 O's. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to make more soon as well. Thank you for watching. Thanks, bye.